edition of the Contractor's Secret Weapon weekly podcast with your hosts, Dave Negri. This program is dedicated to helping contractors, remodelers, painters, roofers, roof cleaners, and business owners in the construction industry gain an unfair advantage over the competition. This program supplies you with information that the competition doesn't even know exists. This session brought to you by ContractorsSecretWeapon.com.
Before we get into the conversation with you, I just want to do a shout out to our sponsors who help promote Contractor's Secret Weapon and just some of the things that they have in store for you, our listeners. Hey, is your phone ringing enough? Do you want it to ring more with highly motivated and qualified buyers that contact you, the contractor, directly? No more waiting for the phone to ring. Just answer that phone. Best Home Services leads are dedicated to making your phone ring with motivated buyers that call you directly. There's no obligation to talk with them. Just go to contractorsecretweapon.com/money. Fill out the form to secure your discount on the setup fee. Do it today. This special will not last forever. Check them out at contractorsecretweapon.com/money.
Running a small business is no easy task, and I should know because I had a service company for almost 10 years. I am the founder of a software called Radius Bomb, and it's unbelievable. And for all the listeners of Contractor's Secret Weapon, we have a special offer for you to check out. If you want to send hyper-targeted, laser-focused, super personalized postcards to your exact prospects using a map while sitting in your underwear, then go to contractorsecretweapon.com/Radius Bomb, and we'll give you your first 100 postcards for free. Just go to contractorsecretweapon.com/Radius Bomb.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Contractor's Secret Weapon. This is Dave Negri, your host, and every day is a great day, and I don't know why we don't celebrate that. But today, I have a special guest. Oh, by the way, listen, if you haven't been to our website, our new website, I've got a free report for you. It's 4 hot marketing strategies that can flood your business with customers. Get to download. And because what I've done for you guys, because I know that many of you like to listen more so than read, maybe, that it's an audiobook that I put together for you. So it works. I'm telling you it works. So if you want more customers that can flood your business, then go there and get it. Today, I have a great guest with us. Her name is Tara Jacobson. She is become a personal friend of mine. She is a marketer from way back, and today we're going to talk about direct response marketing. I know that we talk about that a lot, but we're going to talk about getting into the customer's mind. She has some great tips. She's got some great marketing strategies. She's got some great thoughts. So I want you to welcome Tara Jacobson to the stage today. Tara, I just want to thank you for being with us. Let us know, how did you get into this marketing business?
Oh, all right. So I've been in marketing actually since about 1999, when I joined a hosting company, and I didn't have any idea at the time, like kind of even what the internet, I'd been on the internet on AOL, everybody had, but I actually got to see the technical behind the scenes stuff, and that's when I really figured out that I liked doing websites, and back then that's kind of all I did until I really got into marketing. And it's really, really fun. I've spent the last 15 years doing my way more than 10,000 hours. And so I own a marketing company. I'm a marketing speaker, and we do consulting and things like that for small businesses. So that's really what I do today.
So what is direct response marketing? From your thought process and how you handle things.
Well, it's funny because you and I had been talking, and you were saying that a lot of the contractors and things like that have kind of a run-of-the-mill flyer that they've used for years. It may not be working, but a actual direct marketing piece has a call to action as a primary goal. And it could be the run-of-the-mill flyer as long as there's something really compelling to get somebody to do something. It could be your website. It could be the magazine ads, which I know some of you guys run. Or it could be a postcard. Direct marketing isn't specifically a kind of marketing. It's a style of marketing where you have a strong call to action, and that's the entire goal of whatever you're doing, is to get somebody to do something.
So that's really what makes marketing work. It's not just your generic, that they just have their telephone number.
And marketing especially for the consumers nowadays, they are, and what makes direct response work is you can give a discount. Okay, that's what you guys have been raised on. Okay, put a coupon in the magazine ad, send out do all that. And the problem for me with that is then you're just getting the people that are looking to buy right now. They're looking, that. Exactly, and they're shopping and they're looking for a bargain. But coupons are good. Don't get me wrong. A coupon is a call to action. Mm-hmm. But the only thing about them is you have to have a long-term plan to get those coupon people from discount mode to full price mode. So I will tell you, I work with contractors all the time, or serve the trades and things like that. My husband is an amazing programmer and is not a very good home repair guy. And with the exception of one electrical company, I have never heard from anybody who I've had in my house before again. Not a postcard, hey, thanks for having us, make sure to keep this, not a thank you note, not a, hey, did you know it's wintertime and you need to shoot out your, I live in Denver now, you need to do something with your sprinklers, shoot them out or something like that. But they have never tried for repeat business. And I just find that amazing. All right, so one of the things that coupons should do is just be an opening message for them. They can come in on a coupon, but that doesn't mean they have to stay as discount people. I have to tell you, I have a lot of work done at my house. My husband is a great programmer and not a great handyman, and so I have had electricians in here. I've had plumbers in here. I've had the fireplace guy, all different sort of contractors in here, and not one of them, with the exception, I got one postcard from electrician, has ever swung back around and said, hey, it's wintertime again. Do you want me to come out and clean out your fireplace? Or, gosh, you have to blow out your sprinklers. It's that time of year again. And so I would say contractors as a whole are leaving a ton of money on the table. And what as a contractor, what you actually want to do is to put yourself in the conversation before they get ready to buy. Okay? They want to know how to do things around their house, so or their business or whatever kind of contractor you are. So you need to have something amazing to compel them to reach out to you before they start shopping around. I'll give you an example from my world. I have 100 free marketing ideas. It's a one-page flyer that's 2 sides. I've given over 1,000 copies away online, and I've given away thousands more in person. I just updated it yesterday. It's the 4th year. And the cool thing was one of the guys, I guess, that has been on my list for a long time, reached back out to me and said, oh, this is my 3rd one. That's the kind of powerful thing that you need to be able to give them away. And it works in the contracting business, too. Some things I think people like me, would like are like a planning guide for cabinets. Whether or not I'm going to go buy them at IKEA, I'm going to have a human being help set them up. And if I didn't go to IKEA and I had somebody that would tell me how to do it, I wouldn't even go shopping there. So I would love a planning guide for cabinets, how to choose the best paint colors. Dave, you know that they're always trying to figure out like a really nice neutral brown. What would that be? What would it look like in Sherwin-Williams versus Behr? Or even a laminated like rack card, and I don't know if you guys know what rack cards are. They're like a half a sheet of 8 by 11, showing how to unclog your toilet that's laminated so that you could hang it right by your toilet. Now, if you ever had a plumbing problem and you had that thing hanging in your bathroom 24 hours a day, who are you going to call? You're going to call the guy who's been helping you fix your toilets, right? Yeah, and you were saying that you had a really bad, you were doing podcasts with really bad, really boring marketing. And I think the other problem that direct response often has is that they're trying to make a sale with a direct response piece. And you guys have been conditioned for that you're going to send out this postcard and you're going to get 4 things from it, or you're going to get 3 phone calls or whatever. When you're doing direct response, you need to be looking for responses. So I would rather have 100 people ask me for my tool that I have than to have 3 people call me and book me, because those 100 people could turn into business. That is an educational approach, and that's something we're inundated as human beings. I can't remember. I saw a statistic, and it's in the thousands of messages we see a day, okay? It's not thousands a week. It's nothing like that. But between billboards and, ads on the radio and ads on the TV and going to social media and reading the newspaper online with all the ads there, and in your Gmail you get ads. You see thousands of ads every day, and that's just crazy. And so for you to cut through that and to be the contractor that they select, you have to have something different. You have to show them that you care about them before they're going to care about you. But a great example is I don't like phone calls. I will take phone calls to do podcasts or for speaking events all day, every day. But as far as like a sales call or doing a drive to my phone, that would definitely not be my choice. So on my marketing pieces, my phone number is non-existent, or it may be tiny just in, for verifying that I'm a real business. But if you think about realtors, they have signposts in every yard with their phone number in 4-inch letters to get called on. So the reason why they do that is that they're trying to transfer a sign. They're called sign calls. They're a sign call to a paying client. Now, if you're a contractor, I know Dave loves getting phone calls. He's a chatty guy. He's very personable. If somebody called in and said, "Hey, Dave, I need that painting buying guide or the painting guide that you sent me," he could turn them into, "Hey, can I come on over and take a peek at what you're going to paint? Maybe I could give you some tips." And all of a sudden, he has a job booked for his guys. That doesn't happen with me. I just kind of stop and kind of peter out. So as far as key components for what you need, I have a robust website with data capture. I use Infusionsoft, which is one of the databases. I have a number of offers like email courses, social media marketing courses, Twitter cheat sheets, which is just kind of a one-page thingy that they can download. And I get between 3 and 10 signups a day. But don't get discouraged because I'm promoting on multiple sites. I have huge social media networks. If your website is not that fancy, you can get an email database for free when you start. Like you were saying, one of the guys, the guys getting started. MailChimp, MailChimp.com is free up to like 1,000 people in your database. It allows you to get those people online. You could do a phone number. You could do, literally there's a million ways to do it. I know Dave is using Office Autopilot, which is another enhanced database. But functionally, what you want to do is get something, somehow you can do it. You could do, you could do a piece of paper in a UPS store with, how like you used to put your phone number with the little lines and you cut them and people could rip them off. That's direct response too, and I've seen that work. It just works. But what the secret is, it's not about how you're putting something out. You have to have something amazing to put out, so don't get me wrong. But then it's how effectively you're capturing those contacts and what your plan is for after they're in the bucket. Okay, so let's use a cabinet design plan. That could be, hey, you could then send me an email, put me in your email database, and send me what the backsplash trends are for this year. And then you could send me a guide of, this is shaker cabinets and this is colonial cabinets. And then you could send me a thing about whether I should have glass fronts in them or not, are you neat or not organized. And those types of things are the follow-up bits that are going to keep you top of mind so that when I am ready to make that actual purchase, I'm going to call you.
So, in other words, from all you're saying is I need to create something, and this is, I already know this, you already know this, to create a relationship with someone so that when they think about a particular item, they're thinking about me.
Right, and so whatever and it's not necessarily your service. So let's think about it. If you're doing pressure washing, I am not sitting at home thinking about pressure washing, But I'm thinking about the fact that my front stairs are slowly sinking into the ground. They really are. I'm thinking about the fact that, I need to have my roof cleaned. And so you want to kind of figure out, it's easier when you're talking about like the medical stuff. People don't go looking for a cure for their disease. They go looking for information about whatever they have. So if you have tennis elbow or you have a stuck shoulder or something like that, that's what you're looking for. So as a contractor, you want to figure out the top 10 problems that your people have or the top 10 questions that your people have, and not just put together hey, this is the top 10 questions you guys have, but give me a solution for that.
Right. So basically you're educating them on what's going on in the marketplace that they could be aware of, either pro or con against. And
right.
There you've got your free information report, in a sense, or your consumer's guide, in a sense, too, that you could drive them to call you or to, like I have my free recording that they can get it all, and I don't even have to talk to them.
Exactly. So there are a ton of different ways. Now, see, knowing you, I would almost say that might be shooting you in the foot, because if I got a chance to talk to you, you could sell ice to Eskimos. So
yeah, no, I understand that, but it's kind of amazing too that it drives them there and it pre-qualifies them in a sense, so that if they want more information, they can call me. So it's just number 2 if you want to talk to Dave, and they do that, or they're just tire kickers. So it separates the tire kickers from the people that are really interested, which saves a lot of time for me.
Which is awesome. That's kind of the phone message way of, I do that same thing in my email. You can get my information. I've found, Dave, honestly, that there's 3 types of people in the world. There's people that want to take the information that you get, and they were always going to do it themselves. Okay, so say you're, they want to know about the paint colors. You tell them about the paint colors. They say thank you, and they go on their merry way. There's people that are just collecting information for I don't know what, but they love getting strange information. They're never going to do anything. And then there are the people the third type of people are the ones that are going to buy from you. They've half convinced themselves before they asked for whatever you have, because they're not stupid, right? They know that something's going to happen when they ask. Either you're going to call them, or you're going to send them an email, or you're going to do something like that. And those people are actually customers. They've pretty much made a buying decision. And the other group of people that are really important are the ones that requested and are going to do it themselves, but that have friends that go, oh, how did you do this? Oh, well, my buddy Dave gave me this really cool guide. And then they go, oh, my gosh, that's amazing. Can I get one of those? And then, sure, absolutely, give Dave a call.
Yeah, because you're not getting mine. No.
Exactly, right? You can't have mine.
Yeah. And that's all. This is just tremendous amount of information, just, for everybody. And, we've talked before, and you mentioned that you thought direct response marketing was underutilized. Why do you say that?
Well, I think that a lot of people have heard the myth that direct mail itself doesn't work anymore. So postcards, letters, things like that. And I think a lot of them left the game, and they left the playing field wide open for somebody to come in and do it. And the response rates used to be 2% for a direct mail piece, and then 4% if you included a phone call afterwards. Well, those numbers are much higher now because you're not competing with as many people. I'm not sure that I know a more effective way to reach homeowners, which is who your contractors, not the commercial ones, obviously, but if you're doing anything with residential, you can go to the USPS, the United States Postal Service office. They have a 17-cent per piece mail carrier option where they'll give it to everybody in a neighborhood. You don't have to buy those addresses. The little mailman just take them and drop them off.
Yes, every door direct mail, EDM, and it's awesome
EDM.
because and right now the post office, for a marketer, is your friend.
They want, back in the day they didn't want us, and now they're like, oh yeah, you bring this. They love the eBay people. They love us. They were complacent for a while, and now they're really trying to build revenue. They're wonderful to work with.
Oh yeah, and it's just an amazing thing, and more people realize that and we're not talking the little 4x6. You can actually do an EDDM on an 8.5 by 11 postcard.
Oh gosh, yeah, you can do it on a piece of it. Out here, they'll do it on a piece. Like you don't have to spend $1 million to get a trifold direct mail piece. They will pretty much send almost anything, and all you have to do is ask. Just go to the post office; they'll help you, and ask. And the other reason, Dave, I know that direct marketing has kind of fallen apart, is because the contractors, the trades, a lot of businesses got really complacent because it was easy to put a yellow page ad together, pay your $800 a month, and know that your marketing was done for the year.
Yeah, and pray that you got calls.
And pray that you got calls. Well, the good part about it is now you don't have to do that, because if your ad stunk, then you were, screwed for a year. But nowadays you have to do something amazing that stands out. I mean, there's no wiggle room anymore. Your generic postcard that you've been using for 10 years is probably not pulling in the same kind of responses as it did. I'm so glad to hear you had boring marketing. You can't do boring marketing anymore. You have, and it's not money, because it costs just as much to have a really fun creative as it does to have something, not so great.
And there's so many mail print companies, or postcard companies, that I think the last EDDM campaign I did cost me $350 per 1,000.
Wow. That's not, I mean, think about it. That's less than the cost of a postage stamp on each one.
It is, and every door, and I picked the areas that I wanted. I targeted them specifically, which you can do on, the United States Post Office site. And they were 6.5 by 12, so they were big postcards.
That's huge. And you just can't beat it. So I would love to have somebody really, get it all together. And you're well on the way to there. I know that you're for your elite company, you have a lot of this done. You're doing social. You're doing a lot of this stuff, but I would love to hear if any of the guys that are, or gals that are listening to this podcast find out something and really get something going. That would be fun.
Neat. So how can our listeners find out more about Tara?
Well, I gave the example of my 100 free marketing ideas, and that is a website, 100 free marketing ideas. Now, just as a hint, you guys, 100 free marketing ideas is just a GoDaddy address that points to my marketing Artfully site. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel or have 20 different websites to have a really cool concept. You can buy a domain name for $10 a year and just have it point there. So I would say that would be the best way. If you just go to 100 free marketing ideas, you're going to get to my marketing Artfully website. Yeah,
I know. I've looked at tons of them. And they are so good. I mean, I've implemented a bunch of them myself, and there's really just too much to implement.
Well, and it's so funny. I'll tell you a little secret about them, because really sincere people keep telling me this. They're like that are trying to help me with my marketing. They're like, well, you should really only have 10 because it's hard for people to implement them, or it's overwhelming, or it's whatever. Well, the secret is I know that, right? My ultimate goal is to get somebody to either say, boy, that's too much, I can't do it, I'd like to hire your marketing company, or to say, hey, this is overwhelming, where should I start? And then we have a consulting package. So that's
absolutely. I mean, that's why we write, that's why I used to write or do stuff for homeowners, and they'll go, I don't want to do that. I just give me an estimate. And it's the same thing, and I understand. And I know from first-hand experience that you are awesome in all that you do because you take care of all my stuff. And I'm one of those types of people that believes in social marketing. I just don't want to do it.
Well, exactly. So for the contractors, that's exactly what they want to do is the same thing you did. When you're putting something together, make it hard. Make it interesting and hard, like picking your paint colors. I definitely don't want to schlep down to Home Depot and then drive over to Sherwin-Williams and do all that. Put a big thing in the bottom that says, hey, if you've already picked your colors and you're ready to go, let me pick them up for you and I'll be over to paint your house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they can go to my website. The 100 Free Marketing Ideas is easiest to type. Marketing Artfully is. Okay. They get funny with Marketing Artfully. They can do my cell phone, which is 727-415-9165.
And you don't like phone calls.
I don't like phone calls, but contractors have money.
Yeah, I understand that because the other day you called me, and I'm going, Tara doesn't make phone calls. And I'm up on a roof. I'm going, I got to take this. Because Tara doesn't make phone calls.
Oh, sweet Jesus, my empire is down.
Hey, Tara shared a tremendous amount of information with us today, and I just want to let you know that I'm going to put a link to her 100 free marketing ideas, and you'll be able to get that in the show notes. It'll bring you right over to it. No email needed. She's just going to send it to you. You can get it, so that'll be awesome. So, hey, I just really want to thank Tara for being with us, and take notes. Go back through again. She's got some great ideas to help you grow your business, and that's why we bring people like Tara on our show to help you grow your business. Again, I want to thank you for joining us and investing your time with us today. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, go to iTunes and give us a shout-out. You can also go to our website, www.contractorsecretweapon.com, and check out today's episode and leave us a comment in the bottom of the page. And if you haven't gotten your 15 secret weapon strategies to getting higher-end customers, get it while you're at the website. Also, I want to thank again our sponsors for keeping this podcast alive for your profit-making pleasure. And so go be profitable this week. Work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your time and your knowledge so that you can be more profitable. Again, see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another weekly episode of the Contractors Secret Weapon podcast with Dave Negri. We would love to hear your comments about this episode, so visit us online at www.contractorsecretweapon.com and let us hear your thoughts. If you are listening via iTunes, please leave us a positive review. The more positive reviews we receive, the more other contractors will benefit from this show. Thank you, and see you next time here on the Contractors Secret Weapon Podcast.